And we are back again. So today is Thursday, September 8th. Missed a day because I wanted to add a few things and I knew it was going to take me a little bit longer. Just wanted to give you something a little bit better. I'm just going to always try to increase on making things a little bit better. So this is going to be, I don't know how long this video is going to be honest with you. I'm just going to kind of jump into it and just kind of what I felt like was something important to talk about today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, and this is going to be different. I'm not really going to show the charts. So if that's something that you're looking for, go ahead and go to another video where I'm actually looking at the physical chart. But I wanted to go over, do you have a trading plan? And kind of the importance of having a trading plan. If you have a plan, then you can make sure that you get to the destination exactly that you're looking to get to. So it's better to have a plan, going with a plan than not have anything. So you know exactly what you're doing, when to make a certain move, when to not make a move, what time to do it, you know, just different things that will help you become a better trader. And from what I've learned or been learning through the year or soon to be years of trading that I've been doing, it's better to have a plan than to not. When it comes down to trading, it's super helpful. So just some things to kind of keep in mind, or some things to have in the back of your mind when you have a trading plan. Me personally, I do have a trading plan. Have I followed it all year? To be honest with you, no. But it's also coming towards the end of the year, and what I've noticed from this year to last year, and me being in the trading game for about 2 years, I tend to want to or get bored of my trading plan towards the end of the year. So maybe there's something that I'm going to have to revamp coming into year 2, so that it's just a little bit different for me this year, and I'm a little more consistent in terms of like exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, the time I'm doing it, that sort of thing. So some of the things that you want to keep in mind when kind of going over writing down your trading plan, you should also write it down or type it out so you have it somewhere. I have mine, my old one, sitting right in front of my computer so I can look at it whenever I'm taking a trade. So look at what time of day are you trading. Are you New York? Are you London? Are you Asian? Are you trading during Sydney? Those are things that are going to be important, especially working around, if you're still working a 9 to 5, working around your normal work schedule. Whatever works best for you, and it's okay if New York doesn't work for you or London doesn't work for you. You just have to figure out what works best for you. I'm noticing a lot about that in my trading career that I've had thus far is, yes, listen to a lot of different people, learn from a lot of different people, and then pick and pluck from those people and the things that make the most sense to you and that work the best when doing what it is that you're doing. That's what I felt like I've come across that works better for me. I think there are some people out there that will tell you different, and maybe to stick to one thing specifically, one person, one strategy, the whole nine. But for me personally, how it works for me is that I've kind of done different things, tried them, tested them, and then found the things that work best for me. Another thing is, what techniques will you be taking or using, should be using. Let's change that. Using. What techniques will you be using? Are you going to be scalping, which is like you're quick, you're in, you're out? Are you going to be more like a day trader? You're holding your trade no more than over a day, so you're not getting those overnight spread costs and whatnot. Or are you going to be more like a swing trader and you're going to be holding your trade for days, weeks, maybe months, depending on your account size? That's definitely important to know, so you'll know exactly what time to trade if you're going to be doing stuff like that, depending, because sometimes, or what I'm learning is that I'm not huge on the scalping, but scalpers should be trading, you know, in a certain part of the day. So like during the New York session when it's extremely volatile, they're going to be wanting to trade because they're scalping. They're not going to be in for long. So that's something that you're going to want to look at when setting up your trading plan. What position size will you be using? And I didn't really put too much into that because that is all going to depend on your management skills and where they're at, and proper management, making sure that you allow for the amount, or you know, whatever your account has in it, so that you're not over leveraging and doing things of that nature to where you could lose, you know, money in your account if you're doing the wrong amount. So that's something that you have to kind of go through and make sure that you know, especially according to your account size. Another thing is, where will you be putting your notes for each trade that you take, i.e. journaling. I journal mine and I put it in as an example. So I use iPhone, and I use iPhone because I can forget, or I don't want to, and I get kind of lazy. But what I will do is I'll put up my phone and I can actually speak what I'm saying or what I'm getting ready to do in my phone. So I have a whole section in my notes dedicated to my setups, the things that I'm looking at, the pairs that I'm looking at that day. I will even take pictures of the setup either before or after, and sometimes both, before and after, what the outcome was. Like, it's important to make these notes of what the outcome was, what the chart looked like, what does it look like after, like the results, so that you can actually go back on your notes to see what you did right and or what you did wrong, in case you did miss a couple things, or you lost that trade, or whatever the case may be. You want those notes to be able to go back and look on them to see what exactly you did do right, so you can continue to do that or do that next time around. Another thing is, what confluences will you be using in order to proceed with the setup? Are you going to be using trend lines, Fibonacci, RSI? Are you going to be trading the break? Trading the break is actually really profitable and easy for me personally to see. So trading breaks has been pretty clutch, in my opinion. Previous price action, I also use that. That's a big one for me. Are you going to use Bollinger Bands, divergence? Are you going to use an MA? Are you going to use an EMA? All of these things are going to play into your plan. You want to add these things to your plan so you know exactly what you do. And essentially what you're wanting to do is set it up every single time. A lot of the times the market will look for you to divert from your plan in order to take money from you. So essentially what we're trying to do is be on the other end of that and take our money, right? We want to make sure, sorry, a car just passed. We want to make sure that we're taking money. Just know that whenever you win, someone is losing. Whenever you lose, someone is winning. So we just want to try to make sure that we're on the winning side more so than the losing side. And having some of that in place will definitely help, and you want to make sure that that's in your plan. So what education will you invest in and to grow in your knowledge? You can invest in books, you can do courses, you can do trading groups. I will tell you right now, I've done all three, and I'm still doing all three. I'm currently reading, and I think I had put this in a book, or excuse me, I had put this in a book. I had put this in a video maybe a couple weeks back or so. The Black Book of Forex Trading is such a small book, but it's so good that I keep reading it. Like, I keep reading pages and whatnot. So that's going to be super important as well to put in your trading plan. What exactly are you going to do to be furthering your knowledge so that you can continue to learn more? Are you going to be studying? Are you going to be back testing? What days are you going to do it on? That sort of thing. That's going to be super helpful for you. If the profit is a 1-to-1, will you still take the trade? I just put question marks there because that answer is so different for so many people. Me personally, I usually like to go for a 3-to-1. I'm not going to take the position if I can't make at least three more, than what I started out with. And sometimes, depending upon how it looks, I'll even do a 2. I prefer a 3, though. Those are just more attractive to me. Some people prefer more, like a 6. Some people are okay with trading and potentially losing 500 or potentially gaining 500. I just don't feel like that's worth it, in my personal opinion. But to each their own, and that's okay. This is your trading plan, so it doesn't matter. Whatever makes sense to you, whatever fits for your budget, whatever your plan is, it's completely up to you. And under what circumstance will you take a backseat and not get in? If you've had a bad day, if you've had a breakup, if you've had a loss in the family, if something has just completely thrown you off that day, are you still going to be trading? A lot of the times when we trade in our emotions, we tend to do things that we wouldn't normally do when we are in our right mind. Are you going to take a backseat when you've taken multiple losses? How many losses is that going to take? Are you going to take a backseat when it's a ranging market? These are all things to put in your trading plan that are going to help you build some structure around essentially what it is that you want. I put at the end here, all of this essentially will tie into what it is that you want in the long run, and you can trade and make as much as or as little as you would like. It's completely up to you and your goals. It starts with what you want, and with that you have to have a clear vision of what that is or what that looks like for you. It is so different for everybody. So with that, figure out what it is that you want. What kind of future do you want? How do you want life to look for you? And then go based upon that as to what your trading plan needs to look like. And just keep working at it. This is not going to be an overnight thing. I don't want to ever make it seem like this is something super quick and easy and that you're going to get it. And some people get it quicker than others, but it is going to take some time. So just be kind to yourself through the process and have patience, and know that if this is something that you truly desire and you keep working at it, you will have it. So I'm going to cap today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope I gave some kind of information that was helpful to you rather. And yeah, I want you guys to have a great trading week. Today is Thursday, so we're pretty much at the end. If you haven't put anything in for this week, that's okay. The next week will come and there'll be more setups then as well. Have a great week. I just wanted to jump back on. I had done the video on how to create the trading plan and totally forgot that I have a special little something for you that I can also link down below so that you guys can have access to this. But you know what I'll do is I'll just actually give it to you upon request. Should you decide that you want it, shoot me a message. Let me know what you thought about the video and that you would like the trading plan. So what this is, it's really neat. And what you can do is you can always put your own notes in there. It has the Sydney, the Tokyo, the London, and the New York markets, when they open, when they close, that sort of thing. But the really cool thing about this is you can actually add your own and kind of make this your own. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's say I have 500 for my account balance. What it's going to do is it's going to alter everything. Well, it's supposed to alter everything. I have to figure out. But essentially what it will do is like you'll put your account balance in there, let it know exactly how much you have, and then it will let you know exactly how much risk that you need. When you can do low risk, if that's what you're going for, proper risk, medium, and then it will calculate it all up for you. I don't know why it's not working on here. So weird. But like, let me see if it'll make me or allow me to make the change here. I'll have to adjust it. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So now what you'll be able to see, like let's say week one, account balance is 500. It'll tell you exactly how much your proper risk is, how much your low risk is. This even looks a little funky. I'm gonna have to work on it for you before I actually go ahead and send it to you. Just let me know if it's something that you want. But when I put the 500 in there, you can see that the numbers have changed. This is going to show you exactly how to get to those certain numbers that you want, using metrics and going through the motions of using this. Kind of like an Excel spreadsheet will tell you how much you'll have, how much to withdraw, how much total withdrawn, how much to basically keep in the account so that you can grow it to essentially the 34th week of getting to, larger numbers. So, and being able to withdraw larger numbers, I'm saying. So, I know that this has got to be super helpful. Let me know if this is something that you want in the comments, and something that you actually really, really liked about the video that I did previously on a trading plan, and I'll be happy to share. Thanks.